Hey, welcome everyone to the Spring 2026 Athletic and Program Awards and Recognitions. Thanks for taking your afternoon to join us to celebrate some great accomplishments this spring. God, spring does seem quick. I'd like to start. Everyone, let's give a round of applause to your coaches and program leaders. There are a handful of people on the athletic side that you notice but you don't notice that have done a lot of work this spring. I'd like to thank Dustin, Brian, Hannah, and who was my other one? I've got one more. Oh, Megan Costello for running scoreboards and timers. They were awesome in getting our live stream up for our athletic events and making sure our time was correct. And even Brian Godalowicz took it to a new level where he tracked minutes of penalties. And there were some that were higher than others. Coach Wills would know. Also like to thank two people that work hard behind the scenes. Aaron Rice for taking care of all of us. And then one person that you don't see often but does a lot of scrambling and a lot of time on the phone and a lot of G-chats, Miss Quinn for all of her scheduling and bands. It seems easy to build out a schedule, but when you take all the schools we play and all the sports we do, she spends a lot of time on that behind the scenes. So thank you, Abby. I'm going to start off the awards. For some of you, most of you should know, but in softball, we have a co-op with Telstar. So we offer the opportunity for some of our female softball players to play for Telstar. This year's group was Kendall Duchard, Lily Salmon, and Phoebe McCann. Phoebe's with us today because she has a concussion right now, but for those that don't know, Telstar softball currently is 6-0. They're playing today, which is why they aren't here. And they are actually ranked 4th for Class D in the state of Maine. So a round of applause for softball. When you come up to get your award, if you can come, unlike the academic awards the other night, come up this side. We'll go out back. Marissa and Greg, Mr. Gilman are back to take a picture with you and your coaches and however other pictures you guys would like. There's a list up here, so program leaders, when you finish your presentation, please invite the next group to come up. The first group up will be the outing club.
Hey everyone. So you might be wondering what we do in outing club. We do a little bit of everything. We started off the year at the beginning of the spring. We were hiking in a little bit of snow and ice, and we did a little bit of everything, including like cleaning up trash around Bethel. We helped pot up plants for the community garden. We even did a little like rock climbing a few days. We might do some paddling if the weather's nice at the end of the week. We've been on every hike and we're almost undefeated. I think there was only one mountain we didn't make it up. We got halfway up, but you know, pretty close. We checked out the cable car over in Shelburne, New Hampshire. We did some indoor rappelling on rainy days. We helped out. We did some indoor work at Maine Adaptive, volunteered one day. We did a little bit of everything. And if you'd be curious to do outing club next year, a little bit of everything, like talk to one of us when we're down on the ground. So with that said, we don't give out a specific award, but I would consider everyone deserving of an award if we had one to give. So with that said, let's welcome up Ultimate Frisbee.
Hello. We had another great and goofy year, spring, fall of Ultimate this year. We had some great returners coming back, developing their skills, and some newcomers who are gonna shape Ultimate at Gould into the future, which is pretty cool. 2 games against Freiburg Academy, which was a first this year. That was really exciting. And thank you to all the coaches, Abby, Lauren Head, who let me just like steal their athletes on those game days. That was super appreciated. And our season isn't over. This Sunday is our playoffs. It is staff and alumni versus current students, 4 o'clock, right after Study Hall Extravaganza. If you haven't played a day of Ultimate, you can still come play or spectate. It's one of my favorite days of the year, so I hope you come. I'm gonna pull a page out of the Ski Patrol Handbook and not give an award to any particular student, but just to celebrate this group of kids who basically just agreed to do another sport after they were done with sports every Thursday. It's pretty special. So this is the Dominic Toretto, I Don't Have Friends, I Got Family Award for outstanding spirit and deep love of the game. If you don't know, Dominic Toretto is Vin Diesel's character in the Furious 7 film, The Fast and Furious. He doesn't have friends, he has family. This is property of the Gould class of 2027. Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it? You're not, no. Gould Ultimate. Who's Gould Ultimate? Where's Ezra? There we go. Oh, that's okay. Tennis, boys tennis.
Good afternoon. Pretty exciting. Nick, we're going to miss you. So Gould Varsity Tennis this year started out on the brand new resurfaced Chandler courts. And I want to recognize all those who had a hand in raising the money to fund that special project. And the courts are really spectacular. I also want to thank all those, as Mr. Godomsky had said, who helped us along our way this year, which would be, of course, Aaron Rice, the trainer, Mr. Godomsky and Ms. Quinn, Hannah Laporto, and, of course, my wife, Lauren, who does an awful lot of scheduling and organizational work. So the sport of tennis, So for those of you who don't know, the sport of tennis is sort of an amalgamation of other sports that started around the 10th century. And it really came together in the 14th century in France. And Louis XIV, who was known as the Sun King, had several courts built in Paris. These courts were indoor courts, actually, and he grew grass indoor, and he played the sport with only the royals around him. After Louis XIV passed away, the sport really became more modern. And the sport that we know probably was finalized around the 17th or 18th century. Boys varsity tennis this year had a mixed success so far as wins and losses are concerned. But our team was very motivated and persevered and focused on improving each day. I'd like to recognize also our seniors. We had quite a group of seniors who really worked hard. Andy Moses played for 3.5 years. Of course, Jack Furneaux and Colin Martin, I think they're known as the Cork 1080 twins. They helped us out immensely this year. Fernando Martinez, and of course, our scholar athlete, who was Emmett Cameron. Please give him a round of applause. So I do have a few formal awards to give out, and the first will be Most Improved Award. Now, there were a lot of players on the team this year that did improve greatly, but one fellow really stood out, and through his hard work and determination and coming down to the court early, playing after practice was done, he really earned the Most Improved Player Award, and that is Alex Alguero. So in tennis, tennis is a kind of a different game when you compete with someone very up close and personal. But you're also supposed to be polite. Tennis is a game of courtesy and cooperation, although you may want to really crush the guy across the net. So sportsmanship has a different meaning in tennis, and oftentimes when you are not playing so well, you have to really dig deep to find the courage to be polite and courteous. So we have a sportsmanship award this year for a player who was very fair, friendly, honest, and polite, and that has got to be Albert Ubrick. So in the spring, we never really know who might show up down at the Chandler courts. And it sometimes can be quite surprising who does come down to play tennis. Some may not have played the sport officially. They may have had other sports in mind or other sports that they've competed in here at Gould. This year, we had a player come down who was athletically quite gifted and brought really quite a bit of excitement, verve, and fun to the courts. A raw talent, someone with a great sense of humor, and someone who continues to play tennis should really do quite well. And so the Coaches Award this year is to Colin Martin. Oh, good man.
A long way.
Out. Better than Jack.
So, as the season progresses, our season is short. Really, it's maybe 5 or 6 weeks. We do start playing inside, then we go outside, and the matches come fast and furious. And it's great to see someone excel and start to rise up and to make the most of their talents. This year, we had a boy who was very determined to improve and to take on the hardest challenges. And although young in age, he really showed some maturity on the court. The Most Valuable Player Award is given to someone who sometimes really has to go against some very, very furious number one players who are very, maybe older, more skilled in some ways. But I'm very, very proud to have Timothy Wang as the Most Valuable Player of the Year. So we'll see you next spring, and it's boys JV tennis.
Hey everybody. I'm happy to present the awards for boys JV tennis. This was a great group of kids and they were super fun to coach this season. My first award is going to be the most improved award. This goes to someone that has improved dramatically over the course of the season and someone that's always eager to learn more and do extra work. He works incredibly hard at his tennis skills. By the end of the season, he was getting invited to varsity matches and no one could dethrone him in King of the Court. That is Oscar Carter. And then the second award is the Coaches Award. This goes to somebody that is incredibly thoughtful and curious, constantly asking questions about tennis, willing to try all the things that I put in his face and threw at him, and always wanting to be more challenged. Someone incredibly reliable and smart. That is Sol Smith. Okay, next up is the musical.
Cool. All right, for the theater awards, it is really cool, and we didn't say better than the other co-curriculars, but it might be true, that in our extracurricular activity, there are so many connections to other clubs and the classroom. The musical in particular spans a variety of disciplines. We have actors, singers, musicians, artists, people building sets. Therefore, we want to take a moment to recognize the 4 people who were honored with academic book awards on Sunday night who are bringing their talents to the musical and are studying to improve their craft both in the classroom, during rehearsals, and during this production.
So please stand and be recognized. Toby McGuire for Theater and Art. Willow Eversberg for Tech Theater. Amy Lowry for Instrumental Music. And Maeve Grocke for Vocal Music. We are very proud of you. This is my Met Gala hat, and I didn't get to go, so I wore it now, and it makes me feel like Sasha Fierce. Now we turn our awards for this upcoming spring production.
Lots of people get involved in theater because they want to be in the spotlight. What most don't realize is how much work it takes from others to allow that person to shine. That's what this award, the Unsung Hero Award, is all about. This student is new to Tech Theater, but you'd never know it. He's naturally gifted at Tech, running multiple systems and cues at the same time and never missing a beat. He is really the heart and soul of our show, and we're lucky to have him. Cash Massey.
Rising Star Award. This is given every year to a member of a team who is growing as a performer every day. This actor shows up with a smile on her face and is ready to work. She is no stranger to the stage, but is spending her first year as a full-time high school participant. She's been a joy to direct, and we can't wait to see what the next 3 years bring for her. Our rising star is Maisie Johnston. Is the Director's Award. Similar to the Coach's Award in other sports, this one is designed to recognize the student who makes it fun to do your job. The one who shows up, tries hard, and does better each and every day. The one who helps others and is constantly, quietly supporting their peers. This year, the winner of this award is Alex Legel. Go in for the hug.
Oh my God.
And our final award, which is our kind of MVP equivalent, is our Shining Star Award. This performer literally came out of nowhere and has blown us away each and every day. An incredible singer, actor, and overall person. We feel so grateful we've been able to share the stage with her. We only wish we could keep her here for a little bit longer, but we're really excited to see what comes next for Sadie Smith. leave. And next up we have varsity, skateboarding. Skateboarding 6.
Hey, how we doing? Coach Dom here, and I was lucky enough to coach the skate team this year. I just want to give a huge thank you to them. Skateboarding is a really fun sport, but it's also very challenging, and it requires a lot of determination to continue to try the tricks over and over again. And these guys showed up every day, and they tried their hardest, so give them a shout out. And then I'd like to give a special shout out to Camden. He broke himself the first week of skateboarding. He came into it pretty hot. He was willing to try a lot of stuff, but unfortunately broke his arm. But then he continued to show up, brought a lot of positive energy, and brought a hacky sack and turned it into a hacky sack and skate team. So that was a pretty fun time. So thank you, Camden. And then also a huge thank you to Dustin and Kimball for covering for me when I couldn't be there. That was really helpful, and I really appreciate it, so thank you. And this year we're doing the Skater of the Year. And this skater showed up super passionate about skateboarding, very active in the group chat, was always just, he did not stop moving in the skate park, always trying stuff. And brought some great skate movies when we did a rainy day skate movie on a Wednesday. And this award goes to Seb. Thank you. Next up is varsity biking.
So first I want to thank our coaches, bringing new ideas, spirit, and joy to our season. Coach John Anderson, Coach K, and Coach V over here. Woo! Couldn't have pulled off the season without them, for sure. This spring, our adventurous cycling crew began our season navigating snow and icy pavement riding. Over the course of the season, we had many adventures on bikes, whether it be gravel roads, double track, single track, and the occasional bushwhacking. Sorry, guys. Adventure is the name of the game, and it was great to see everyone grow as riders and take part in a new ride each and every day. We never did the same ride twice. This year, we have an award for what we call the Spirit of Gravel, developed by Coach B over here. This award goes to a member of our team who is down for anything, whether it be ripping down single track, crossing streams, and the occasional hike-a-bike. Never complaining and always appreciating the beautiful views we come upon. This award goes to Rosie Barstow. All right, next up we have Comp Gravity.
You ride the e-bike? Hi, I am assistant coach Nate. Bit of an odd end to the year, but we still had quite a bit of fun throughout. Started out going North Carolina and Tennessee. Really good head start to the season because it is often really hard to get going when the snow is still leaving in Maine. I am delivering our sportsmanship award. Someone who is always ready to build people up. He is like one of the funnier kids on the team. Can't get enough of being around Ezra Karwacki.
Obviously, there's an elephant in the room. Our head coach, Caleb Gwynn, was not able to join us for these last 2 weeks, so I really appreciate Nate's enthusiasm and dedication towards the team. These last couple days of practice have been super fun, so thanks for making it happen for us. I would also like to thank John Anderson. He's really stepped up and gone above and beyond for our team with all the coaching he's done. So really appreciate John Anderson. Thank you, John. Thank you. I've seen a ton of growth this season from all the riders on our team, and I hope they all feel like they've accomplished something new. However, one rider really stands out. He's really pushed himself this season, especially when it comes to developing skills and racing. Sadly, his excitement got the best of him at Mountain Creek, which took him out of the race, but his improvement with overall intensity and ability to ride a bike really stands out. So this year's most improved gravity rider is Mateo Viniegra. Congratulations, Mateo. While I'm up here, I'd like to take the time to announce captains for next year. It was a hard decision for me, but it's come down to one person. I'm sad to leave this team, and it's meant so much to me to be on it for the last 4 years and be a captain for 3 of those, but it's time for me to move on, and I'm proud to say that the captains for next year will be Griffin Brill, of course, and joining him will be Harry Hughes. Next up, we have Equestrian.
Hello. So I'm a familiar face to most of you because I work here on campus, but I need to introduce Diane Ward. Diane has a barn in Albany, which is about 15 minutes from Gould, and that's where the equestrian team goes every day. Diane's been working with the Gould equestrian program for over 30 years, and I did a little bit of calculation, and I realized that she's worked with more students many more than are in the room. So if you look around the room and think about all the students who have come through Gould's equestrian program, it's a small program, but it's been around a long time and it keeps doing great work for Gould and for the students. So thank you, Diane. Thank you. This spring we had a lot of returning riders, so kids who have some experience with horses, and at Deepwood Farm. We had 2 new to the barn students, Evie and Momo, who learned all the ins and outs of the barn, as well as handling and riding horses. Sometimes it seems like riding is not the #1 thing that we do, even though it is. There's just a lot that goes into it. Through this whole season, the support among the team and camaraderie was consistent and strong. It was a great group to hang out with. Thank you all. One thing that's unique about equestrian sports, and it's unique to a lot of sports, is that everyone is learning all the time. Nobody, even a professional, is ever done. There are too many variables. If you think about when you get on your bike, you go out, you ride on trails, the trails are a variable, your body's a variable, there are variables within your bike, but your bike doesn't have its own brain, which is a big differentiator. So whether someone's out for their first few rides just learning, or they're competing at the highest level of the sport, they share common ground. Everyone who's on a horse and trying to learn is on the steepest part of their learning curve. Challenge and reward, struggle and success are present every day. So a shout out, appreciation of everything that happens with humans and horses and through our work with Diane Ward. So we have 3 awards to present today, and due to circumstances outside of our control, we don't have the actual awards, but that's not the most important part. All of our riders made great strides this spring, making this one of the more difficult choices. Our most improved rider gained confidence and skill, which was reflected in both of the horse shows. He and his partner Saul connected really well, and they seemed to have fun. Daiju, you've made great progress again this spring. Come on up and shake some hands. Here's your imaginary thing.
Oh, thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
This is one of my favorite things about working with the equestrian team is I ask for the feedback from the team for like nominations for who's most helpful. There's a lot that happens that Diane and I don't see, happens in the barn, happens when kids are interacting with each other and working with the horses. And usually there is like everybody's pointing to somebody else as being the most helpful in the barn. This year, this is a student who we saw sweeping, moving manure, helping a teammate with their horse, and was always consistently, yes, I can do that, yes, I can do that. And that's not to take anything away from everybody else who did the same thing, but Liam Bevan, thank you for being a standout. Come on up.
Thank you, Rick. Well done, friend.
So our competitions are dressage tests where there's a preset route and gait that the horse and the rider have to complete. It's hard. Most of the time, if you're doing really, really well, it would be like you're failing your biology class. But that's how dressage is judged, and we did have some standouts this year.
Yes. So, one thing I quickly want to mention, let me get close, is the first horse show off property that we went to. We entered in 5 classes, 4 of them we took the blue ribbon. That is very cool, and that's not easy to do. They passed the biology class. Okay, part 2 is Deepwood Farm and Gould Academy always gives out a horse award. And so we get trophies when we go to the award ceremony. So the one that got the trophy today, we had a tie, but we decided that it would be best that we would give it to Natalie, as she does first level, which has more than walk, trot, canter. There's sideways work and lengthenings of stride and all of that, and she achieved that with over 65%. Natalie, come get your trophy, dear.
Next up is going to be girls varsity tennis.
Hello, everybody. So the thing about telling jokes is that if you know the answer to the joke, don't say it. All right? So I'm going to tell a joke. That means maybe some of you know the answer. All right. What do you call a girl who is outstanding on the tennis court?
Serena Williams.
Ooh. Annette. That's always a good one. I have to recycle that one like every 4 years. All right. Did you know that in tennis, love is nothing, but in life it's everything? All right, so thank you to Mr. Godomsky, Aaron Rice, Abby Gardner-Quinn for all the organization and care for our team. Captains, Ella Wilder and Caroline Choi, thank you for keeping everyone organized and for your leadership on and off the court. My husband, Bob, we're having mutual admiration for each other. Yeah, Bob. Love you, Bob. So he was our unofficial equipment manager, court technician, resident tennis lesson giver. He truly loves the game, and he's always there to lend a hand. So this season, it felt like a sprint. We only had a few days of practice before our first match. And between ski competitions, robotic competitions, Miss Teen events, appointments, college visits, I was never entirely sure who would actually be standing on the court at 3:30 each afternoon, other than Annette. I just made that up. But despite the quick start, we settled in. We may have only had one team win against Freiburg, but the scoreboards never tell the full story. They don't show how many long deuce plays there were and close games. Of course, they don't tell about the fun van rides, the king of the court, or wipeout battles, or constant laughter. I keep thinking about something Roger Federer said in a recent graduation speech. He talked about even at the highest level of tennis, he only won a little more than half of the points he played. Even one of the greatest players of all time spent a lot of time losing points. I think that's one of the best lessons tennis teaches us. You can't dwell on every missed shot or tough match because the next point is about to begin. Be ready for that split step. Learning how to reset, stay resilient, and move forward is something that matters in tennis and life. So we're finishing the year on a high note. Everyone made lots of improvements. I was pleased that 4 of our 7 players won the preliminary tournament matches. Ella and Lizzie made their way into the double semifinals. Overall, it was a great season. So now for our team awards. I'm going to say your name first, but you don't have to come right up. Okay, most improved, Ella Wilder. Ella, you have become a formidable player this year. You put in work to improve your ground strokes, and it paid off. Watching you become more confident and composed player was a highlight of the season. I hope the Colorado College tennis courts get some use from you. Come on up and get most improved. All right, most valuable player, Marilla. Marilla took on the #1 position, which meant facing the toughest opponent every single match. She kept a strong perspective throughout the season, focused on what she could improve, and worked hard every day. Her grit and determination showed in every set she played. Come on up, Marilla. Sportsmanship Award. This is going to go to Caroline Choi. Caroline developed a fierce shot this year, but her greatest strength is her character.
As captain, she led with kindness, consistency, maturity, while remaining a fierce competitor on the court. I believe she made friends with everyone she played against and more. So come on up, Caroline. All right, last one. The Coaches Award. This one's going to go to Lizzie Adamson. So Lizzie is truly the spirit of this team. Her love for the game is contagious and comes through in her smile and her laugh. She reminds all of us, while we compete to win, we also play because we genuinely love the sport. So come on up, Lizzie. While we will absolutely miss the senior players moving on to their next adventures beyond Gould, we have an incredibly strong group returning. Juno, Kasaki, Caroline Choi, Kate Carlson, Grace Scott, Alana, Maria Magito, and Lizzie. And I'm already excited to see how this momentum will carry into next season. Our captains for next year are Alana and Caroline. Thank you. Oh, I didn't see these. I have 2 other awards to give out. I will hand these to you down there. And that is all conference awards for making it to the semifinals in the doubles tournament. That's Lizzie Adamson and Ella Wilder. I'll bring these to you. Next up is girls JV tennis with Miss Barstow.
Hello, how are we doing it? Are we gonna like make it through this thing? Okay. Okay, so thank you, big thank yous to Bob and Lauren and Abby. I know that there's lots of other people who are like looking out for tennis in general, but for me, like really, those people like on a daily basis were super helpful. So, JV girls tennis had a blast this spring. Anyone in the general area was witness to the fun. Is this true? Claire Green, can you vouch for this? Thank you. So, when Varsity and JV traveled together to Kents Hill, some Varsity players got a taste for that fun. And I think we met our goals. We got outside most days, we moved around, and we got better at tennis. So I have 2 awards to present. First is Most Improved, goes to a person who was an absolute treat to see every day. She had a smile on her face the whole time. She also has a real natural athletic ability that will serve her well with sports, at least like tennis type sports. I am very pleased to present the Most Improved Award to Momoka. Okay, last but not least, the Coaches Award. This goes to a person who can sing and dance with no music in sight. We played Kents Hill twice as a team. When they came here, we needed 1 JV player to step up. This player, although very much a beginner, volunteered. She, of course, made friends with her opponent and the rest of the team. So then when we went to Kents Hill, she knew everybody already. And pretty much everybody in the area wanted to know what all the fun was about with this players match. And it was just fun. It was just so fun. I have this person in class too, and it's very fun to hang out with. And so the Coaches Award goes to Anastasia. next up, girls lacrosse.
Hi, everybody. Bear with me. Pollen is not my friend today. So our season started out fast and quick, just like everybody else's. Last year we had almost 11 or 12 seniors, which meant this year was a different year for us. With 37 athletes playing lacrosse this year, we had a great time. We had 5 seniors, 2 varsity players, 2 had never played lacrosse before, and 1 fantastic manager managing an ACL injury. Which meant we had 2 juniors, and the rest of those 30 girls all are underclass students. So big growing year for us, lots of future ahead, and excited to see what comes in the next few years. So I'm going to start off with our All MAISAD Conference Awards. These conference awards honor athletes who are recognized by other coaches and our coaching staff. And so to start off, we're going to start off with our senior captain and goalie, Mila. Mila is a force. If you haven't seen Mila play goalie, she rocks it. Brewster was like, where's she going to college next year? Lax his life. Oh, thank you. Okay. And our second all-conference award, you can go back there, goes to one of our leading scorers this season. She's been with us, I guess, 3 years. It all blends together when they live here, Tess Smith. And I just want to take a minute, too, to thank Coach Toomey and Coach Kristen and Coach Smith, who have been here all season helping every day and really helping us grow our team, our motto, together as one. I got it right, finally. Really came together as we worked together as a team, all of us as a unit. So to start off with our awards, this athlete has been with us for 2 seasons now. Last year, she redefined her stick skills. But this year, her improvement was not just in stick skills, but her confidence, her tenacity, and her checks. Not only did she get her first career goal this season, she was an impressive force, redefending and turning over the ball in attack. This season's most improved goes to Avery Ciano. Our Coaches Award, this player plays with heart and love of the game. She's out there after practice, playing club lax, and improving her own skills every day. But not only is she working on improving her own skills, she's working on supporting other new players, though she is also a freshman, and helping them develop their skills. Always asking how she can help and how she can improve. It has been an honor these last 2, 3, I don't know, it's been a while, seasons coaching River, and I'm excited for 3 more. Our Sportsmanship Award goes to a player who comes to practice each day with a smile on her face. She's probably smiling right now if I can find her. Yep, there it is. Whether it's raining, sunny, whether we're doing conditioning or scrimmaging, she is not only a joy, but she spreads joys to others. At one point in the season, we denoted her as the face-off guard player, which meant she was on somebody the entire time, like glue. She was their shadow, and that was her job. And she was devoted to doing that, making up, and some of those players are our toughest competitors. It was funny, at one point I looked over at her when she was guarding number 20 from Kents Hill, and she's just out there smiling, happy as can be, and the girl's like, I just want to score a goal. And she's like, no, that's not gonna happen. So, congratulations, Grace Goff, thank you. I have two more. So our MVP this year goes to a midfielder who has been a force on defense over the past few seasons, but this year she became a threat all across the field. From draw control to leading the zone at the top of the 8 and continuing to put the ball in the back of the net, finally. However, not only is she a value on the field, she is one of our captains, leading the team each day and setting the tone for the program. Farley Ordway. All right, and our last award, like I said, we had 37 athletes this season, so we had a JV, a varsity, we played together most of the time, so this is a coach's JV-ish award. This player came to us this season with 0 girls lacrosse experience, but a ton of athleticism and field awareness, and after making the adjustment to new rules and a new stick, which had a much smaller pocket than a boy's stick, she quickly became an impact player, earning a hat trick in her first game, a varsity game nonetheless. And then she moved up to playing varsity, starting varsity, and making an impact with her friends on the JV squad. This season's JV award goes to Lily Ward. Next up, we will have the clapping fun of boys lacrosse.
Thank you, Mark. Nope, need those. Okay, so for the past 5 years or so, I've started this with a history lesson, but now it'll be a quiz. Who started the game of lacrosse? You. What was it called? Lacrosse. The medicine game. Who'd they play for? What? Who said that? Yes, the creator. On the international stage, what is the most recent big news? Olympics. In 2028 in LA, it'll be an Olympic sport for the first time. So now that I've opened us up to how this game is bigger than we are, we can move on to some awards. Respect for the game is very important to us. It dictates our style of play, the way we treat opponents and refs, the way we treat each other. This year, despite our affinity for cross-checking people in the head, a few overly aggressive slashes, and maybe a vocal coach, for the most part, we can say that this year we truly honored the game. And I'd like to say that even during the Hyde game, when we had a small melee, at the end, there were multiple fans, people on the sidelines, and people that worked for Hyde that came up to me afterwards to thank us for how we played and how we spoke and how we respected the game. So for that, I thank you. This year, we didn't know what to expect. After losing 15 seniors from last year, many of whom were Nordic boys that could run all day and were completely impervious to all pain, we had our work cut out for us. We rallied, put in the work, and had a terrific season. We beat Kents Hill twice, played Hyde to the very last second of the game, and never backed down from a very, very good Hebron team. And once again, we're most proud that Gould continues to be a place where you can start the sport and play in a varsity school game. So, if you played lacrosse this year, please stand up. If you started playing in the past 3 years, stay standing. Okay? Now, if you started this year or played a brand new position, stand up. There you go. That takes a lot. So some thank yous. I want to thank Coach Dougie, Coach Wyatt, for honoring the game and helping us improve, get better each day, taking it seriously, but not too seriously. Wyatt has been with us for 3 years. He runs the D, and even though he calls it home and I call it the hub, I will miss you immensely. Thank you, Wyatt, for 3 terrific years, taking the D aside to give them some of your UVA Cavalier knowledge. We have a little something to say thank you for you to wear in men's pickup wherever you may roam. And thankfully, this comes from Doug's playing days, so it smells like Dougie. Dougie, thanks for helping with logistics, running the subs, keeping the ship moving forward. I just like to say, whenever I asked for something, you said sure, and it was amazing it was done. Thank you. Thank you to Aaron for keeping the boys. Basically, they were broken the whole time. I appreciate you very much. Thanks to Mr. Godomsky, Ms. Quinn for scheduling the van work, coaches Dustin, Brian for the clock work, Hannah for helping promote and recognize how much kids like sports. And thank you to our impeccable statistician, Zane Connolly. I would have rather have you play, but you kept good stats. Where'd you go? And lastly, I'd like to recognize the leadership of our captains, number 12, Elias Kelly, number 4, Zach Garfield, and number 33, Owen Sully Sullivan. Thank you very much. All right, most improved. When you have so many people that are new to the game, this isn't an easy award to decide on. You all deserve it. Each one of you in your own way. Shapiro for playing goalie. Carlsey for taking massive hits against pretty much grown men. Number 21 for all his penalty minutes. Judd for picking up LSM. Each one of you for different reasons. But one player stood shoulders above to the coaches in the way that he moved from being a tentative player to a regular contributor. From a player that would shrug when asked about the game last year, and to one this year that insisted on playing at every turn. One that would gladly play anywhere you asked. One that made a difference on the defensive side or the offensive side. One that never backed down from hitting people, also way bigger than he is. And one that finally is realizing that he is indeed quite a lacrosse player. This year was huge for him. I can't wait to see what's next year. Most improved goes to number 5, Liam Anderson. All right, the Creators Award, which is our sportsmanship award. This award highlights the player that we believe has honored the game above all else. It stems from respect for the game, rules, opponents, officials, teammates, and self. The winner of this award was a positive force on the field at all times, games, practices, meetings, van rides. He would go out of his way to encourage and support his teammates while giving it his all, playing fair but hard. While he may have only recently figured out just how much fun it is to actually hit an opposing player, this is the guy that you want on your team. Gould is thankful you picked up the game, thankful that you were willing to pick up a long pole, thankful for your energy, thankful that you can even respond to fire calls in full lacrosse gear while wearing a tutu. The winner at Gould's Creator Award is number 4, Zach Garfield. All right, the Coaches Award. Every once in a while, you have a player that can see the field. A player that makes players around and better. A player that you would gladly put almost anywhere. A player that makes difference to the coaches while making it easier. Gould really doesn't have specialists in our game. We don't. We don't have enough people to do that are specialists. Like in college, that game has a lot of them. Fogos that just face off. D-mids that play D and short stick. Man-up specialists and so on. At Gould, we need someone that can play anywhere, anytime. Face off? Sure. Play from X or from the wing on man-up? Sure. Run LSM? Because Judd has to take a break? Sure. Score a lot? Sure. Get a lot of ground balls? Sure. You get the idea. There's one player that to all of us we relied on this year who can play anywhere, who scored 29 goals in 10 games. The Coaches Award goes to number 1, Ben Beanland. All right, MVP, the T. Warden. The T. Warden is the yearly award in college lacrosse that's the most outstanding player, like the Heisman. From the website, it states, the T. Warden Foundation honors the historical and contemporary contribution of the Haudenosaunee, which refer to the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, Seneca, and Tuscarora people, what they've given, made, and continue to make to the game of lacrosse. We believe that is made stronger when players, coaches, and fans demonstrate respect of what the Haudenosaunee call the creator's game. We at Gould celebrate that history, as I already told you all about, by referring to the award as such. It's about the level of respect for each other, the game, the culture, the spiritual significance. The players that win this award at college level are complete game changers. The MVP award usually goes to a player that starts the season with a statement in his, The player that wins this award here at Gould are game changers, but also show the utmost respect to the game. The award this year goes to a player that started the season with a statement in his speech to be elected captain to say, "We will put in the work together." That statement is held strong and true. Willing to play wherever needed, a constant focus of the opposing defense, a player you can count on, a player that you need, a player that makes us better. With 25 goals and much appreciation from your teammates and coaches, the Gould MVP is number 33, Owen Sullivan. Sully, you got to bring the captains back down. All right, we have all MAISAD honors, all conference honors. Owen and Ben Beanland. Congratulations. And I want to give a special shout out to the Muffin Man, the goalie, Ezra Tapas, that lets in the easy goals but saves all of the impossible ones. Congratulations on all conference. So we have the blue and white game this Saturday where seniors take on anyone that'll play them, including, I think, a whole bunch of alumni are coming to town. So 2 o'clock on the turf field. Hopefully you all see it. And as we like to say, captains, your team one last time. Stand up.
Huskies on 3. 1, 2, 3. Huskies who?
And next we have the MAISAD champion baseball team.
All right. Try to keep it quick, but also this team deserves everything that they've earned this year and deserves the shine, so bear with me a little bit. When we're looking back on a season like this one, it's always hard to know where to start, but today it's actually pretty simple. We start exactly where we finished, as MAISAD champions. All season long, the coaching staff hammered one specific point to these guys. You have to be ready to play a full 7 innings of baseball, not 5, not 6, a complete 7. Well, when the championship game rolled around, this team looked at us coaches in the eye and said, not only can we give you 7 hard-fought innings, but we're going to give you 8, because that's what it took to win that game. Through the first 4 innings, it was gritty, high-stakes, 1-0 battle. The 5th, 6th, and 7th were locked at a 1-1 tie. At that point in the game, the pressure is immense. Every single pitch, every single at-bat, every single defensive play carries the weight of the entire season. But not one guy on the roster blinked. Nobody panicked. Every single player stayed locked in, embraced their role, and stepped up exactly when the team needed them most. Observing the team in that moment, there was no doubt. There was no feeling in the air that we were going to let this one slip away. We had been tested before, and we knew we were going to finish the job. In the top of the 8th, led by some incredibly disciplined at-bats and massive clutch hits, we put up 5 runs to take the lead, and we never looked back. Champions, you earned every bit of it. But looking back on the year, the biggest trophy we're walking away with isn't the one on the table. It's the lesson this team learned along the way. There is a massive difference between being good enough to win games and learning how to win games. Just because you're a talented group doesn't mean you can just show up, throw your gloves on the field, and expect a victory. You had to stay focused, execute for a full game, and never let up. To be completely honest, there were times this season where we had to learn that lesson the hard way. But what makes this group special is what you did next. You took a piece from every single win, and more importantly, a piece from every single loss, and you applied it to the next day. You learned from your successes, you owned your failures, and you built on them. By the time we hit the postseason, you had collected all the pieces of the puzzle. You brought them all together to play a complete game when it mattered the most. Before we hand out awards, I just want to extend some crucial thank yous. First, from all the coaching staff up here, we want to thank you guys, the players. Thank you for buying in, putting in the work every single day, and trusting the process. Next, a huge thank you to Aaron Rice, Mark Adamski, and Abby Quinn. Your support behind the scenes kept us moving forward and ensured that everything we needed to succeed, we had it. Thank you. And finally, to all the students, faculty, parents who cheered us on all year long, came to away games. Your energy was our fuel. I think when we had home games, opposing teams did not like playing at Gould because of the crowd that we had. So appreciate all you guys for showing up all year. All right, now for the awards. Okay, first up, we have the Whatever It Takes Award. The Whatever It Takes Award is given to the ultimate team player, someone who shows selflessness, situational awareness, and the understanding that every role is vital to the win. Whether he was asked to play out of position or step up in a new role, he never blinked. He is the guy that does exactly what the team needs to win, and there's no questions asked. This year, the Whatever It Takes Award goes to Silas Wills. Next up, we've got the Dirtiest Jersey Award. I think the guys know who this one's going to. This is an award given to a player who takes on the hard work head first. They show determination, physical sacrifice, and a leave it all on the field mentality. Someone who is willing to give up, never give up on a play in the field. Someone who will grind out tough, gritty at-bats. Someone who occasionally might fall in a mud puddle at Kent's Hill and quite literally have the dirtiest baseball jersey I've ever seen in my life. The dirtiest jersey award goes to Brandon Phillip. It was also a turf field. Somehow he found the one spot above.
Kent's Hill's a turf field.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, come on. Come on.
All right, next up, we've got the Iron Horse Award. The Iron Horse Award is given to a player who was always there for the team. They didn't miss a practice. They played through the bumps and bruises and scrapes. They were the most dependable, rock-solid presence in the dugout. This player is someone who embodies durability, punctuality, and an unshakable work ethic. This year, the Iron Horse Award goes to Finn Baker. All right, finally, we have the Clutch Factor Award. The Clutch Factor Award is given to a player that everyone in the dugout wanted to see at the plate or with the ball in his hands when the season was riding on a single play. He never lost his composure in the biggest moments, and he brought a fierce, infectious competitiveness to every single practice and every single game. The Clutch Factor Award goes to Bear Otten.
Thank you, coaches. Yeah, good.
And last, we've got all MAISAD conference honors. I'll call all you guys. You guys can all come up here together as a team. But we want to recognize the players whose exceptional play this season earned them conference-wide recognition. We have the honor of placing 4 guys this year on the all-conference team. Earning all MAISAD honors for 2026 are Jasper Wills, Finn Baker, Bear Otten, and Brandon Phillip. That's it.
Thank you.
Mark?
Have a great day. Thank you.